federal court and our collaboration with our other partners in the county. This is what happens in Anaheim has an impact countywide, the biggest city in the county. So when we embark on a program or an operation, it will have impact. So we communicate with our partners at the Sheriff's Department, Buena Park, and others, and vice versa. They do the same thing. We meet regularly and talk about best practices. Again, like I said, I don't want to stand up here and tell you that, 2019 we're going to end homelessness in Anaheim. Not going to happen, but we are working toward. That is the ultimate goal. With that, I think we touched on most parks and the cameras in the parks. 3 parks are wired for cameras. It took longer than I wanted to, but they've been up and running for many, many months now. Tuileries, Maxwell, and Brookhurst are not every square inch is captured, but those parks are we call them overt. That they are basically recording public spaces, and we are about to assign a full-time employee to monitor those cameras. Not going to be 24/7, I'll tell you right now, but time permitting, that employee will be monitoring those in order to solve problems. Lieutenant Friesen had one today. The camera, they're watching it, and someone was injecting narcotics, and they used the speaker to get the activity to stop. And on the narcotics front, I want you to all of a sudden understand, I told you about a lot of those loitering and camping sections. We're also enforcing the penal code. I don't want that to go unnoticed. So the health and safety code involving narcotics, or if you're drinking in the park, open containers, fighting, assaults, a lot of different things. And so we're focusing on behavior. We're not focusing on lifestyle. You had a hand.
Yeah, I had a question, because we know there's already laws against, against criminal activity or criminal actions. What I'm trying to say, my question is homelessness a crime?
No. The status of being homeless is not a crime. What we focus on is behavior.
Right.
And behavior in public spaces specifically. So the laws I'm talking about are public spaces, streets, sidewalks, parks, need to be used for their intended use. They need to be made available for their intended use. And when people cannot use those spaces, whether it be to walk or to recreate, because of activity of others, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the state of homelessness. You were next.
There hasn't been a big increase since the riverbed was cleared from the history of the park's criminal activity.
Reported crimes. Now,
right.
Now, if you're going to say criminal activity, the camping and storage of property, those are crimes. So that would qualify as criminal activity, and that has spiked in the last couple of weeks. I'm telling you, Part 1 and Part 2 crimes is what I gave you statistics.
So as far as the criminal activity, though, let's say storage of belongings, how do you differentiate between the homeless person who has their belongings and the people who are having a 50-person party there who is spread out for a portion?
Yeah, so we look at things like, do you have bedding there? Do you have luggage? Do you have cooking utensils and equipment? Do you have a lot of things that you would use and or need to basically carry on and live in the park? So we look for those accoutrements, if you will. And there's a laundry list of what those are. So those are the things we look for. And you do this long enough, you learn the difference between that and perhaps an afternoon party in the park. Sir.
So I want to return to the issue of whether or not homelessness is a crime. And you mentioned that it's the behaviors that are the crimes, not the condition of homelessness per se. But everybody has to have some place to sleep. Everybody has to have some place to go to the bathroom. Everybody has to have some place to eat. And if you don't have a home and you can't afford one, you can't afford an apartment, all the shelters are full, you have effectively criminalized homelessness by telling them that you can't do this in any public space. And yet they have no access to private spaces. So you see where the problem is?
I do, and I think everyone in this room acknowledges what you're saying. The fact is, we have laws on the books that attempt to preserve our very limited public spaces for their intended use. And when they are taken over for a different use that qualifies in those very articulated sections, then it's a violation.